The autopsy report in the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital rape and murder case has revealed chilling details of the injuries faced by the 31-year-old trainee doctor, who was found dead on the 9th of August in the seminar hall of the state-run hospital. The examination identifies 14 injuries over various parts of the victim's body, like the head, the neck, arms, cheeks, lips, nose, genitals, right jaw, chin, left arm, left shoulder, ankle, belly, right hand, as well as right finger. Blood was reportedly oozing out of both her eyes due to shards of glass. The autopsy report confirmed that she had to suffer forceful penetration, indicating sexual assault. The cause of the death has been determined to be manual strangulation associated with smothering. The manner of death has been ruled as homicide. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you details of the autopsy report. Let me quickly describe it for you and, of course, explain what the contents of this report are, which show you, of course, the horrific nature of the injuries sustained by the victim. Now, there were 14 injuries reportedly across the victim's body. As you can see, of course, these are the injuries, of course, and they were all over the body, from the head to the nose. The head we showed you earlier, the nose, the chin, the right jaw, the neck, all the top half of the body. The face was badly damaged, showing you, of course, the horrific details of the assault that she suffered on that fateful night. Left shoulder was also reportedly injured. The left arm also was reportedly injured. There were also injuries across the ankle as well. So it was across her body, not just the top half. Also from her right finger to the right hand to her belly as well, there were injuries across her body. These are all details that have come out in the autopsy report. Also, confirmed evidence came out of forceful penetration, indicating sexual assault. Meanwhile, also, we do know that the cause of death was determined to be manual strangulation associated with smothering. This was found to be the final cause of death. Also, the post-mortem report confirmed that the manner of death was ruled as a homicide. That's what the post-mortem report concluded. Meanwhile, we also have found out in the autopsy report that it was noted there that presence of white, thick, viscid liquid was found in the victim's genitalia, which obviously indicated sexual assault. The report rejected the claim that there was 150 grams or mgs of semen which was found in the victim's body. The report did not concur with that theory. Meanwhile, also there were shards of glass which were discovered in the victim's eyes. This is what reportedly caused blood to ooze out as well when the victim's body was discovered. Also, the report noted hemorrhage in the lungs and blood clots as well in other body parts as well. This obviously all indicates that there were blows and there was severe assault, physical assault to her body. There was no mention, though, of any fracture in the report. So fracture, though, was ruled out in the autopsy report. Meanwhile, the victim was in a half-asleep state, reportedly, but she put up a fight. Obviously, she was sleeping in that seminar room when the main accused entered and, of course, assaulted her. But she put up a fight. That's what the that's what the report and the investigation details are indicating. Facial scratches and marks obviously do indicate a certain amount of resistance as well. Thyroid cartilage also broke due to forced mouth closure. Remember, obviously, there was attempts to kill her by smothering. That was found to be the cause of death, and thyroid cartilage broke due to the attempts to choke her as well. There were also found, there were scratches found on the accused's hands as well. Those obviously indicate as well that she tried to resist him, tried to put up a fight. So these, of course, are all details that have emerged of the autopsy report. Joining us now live on the broadcast is Dr. Narendra Saini, his former Joint Secretary, IMA. Dr. Saini, chilling details emerging of the victim's injuries, the scale of her injuries, the severe nature of assault that she must have suffered. What do you make of what all has come out so far in the autopsy report?
think there is nothing. It is all fair now. Everybody can see that, as we all doctors were saying, Indian Medical Association was saying that this is a pure case of a murder, rape and murder. So there's nothing in that. We want the culprit should be booked and he should be brought to justice. A doctor who was on duty, she has been put into such harassment and such, and secondly, murder has been committed. So severe punishment to such people should be done. Otherwise, nobody will like, the new generation will not like to be a doctor, because our duty hours are always odd. They will be always, we will be always either in the night, or whenever people are enjoying holidays, we are on duties. So number of staffs are less. If the security of, especially of females, is not there, nobody will like to have their daughters to become doctors. Even if you see if I see today, my daughter is there, I will not like. Even you will not like your daughter to be a doctor, because they have to work in that odd hours. And in that odd hours, if I am not feeling secure, how can I allow people to become doctors? Tell me that.
Yes. Let me take that across to Dr. R.N. Tandon as well, former Secretary General IMA, who's also joining us now live. Dr. Tandon, what's your first reaction to the details of the autopsy report that have come out so far? Obviously, this has been called a death due to homicide. She was strangled to death. There was resistance, but the sheer amount of injuries across her body indicates severe assault. Dr. Tandon, what do you make of what the autopsy report has found?
So, truthfully, whatever was being reported and whatever everybody was expecting, that what has happened, in fact, everybody knows that she has been murdered. Everybody knows that the sexual assault was there. Each and every finding is suggestive that the sexual assault was there. It's already they are showing injuries. They are showing that there is evidence of penetration. There is a fluid in genitalia, and there are a lot of injuries on face, and the changes, whatever you have been reported, everything is very clearly showing that she had been murdered, and that too, I mean, brutally. See, so you are pushing somebody to the brink of the life where she's fighting, and then you are just smothering, you are stopping her breath, you are strangulating her neck so that she cannot breathe, she cannot do anything, and she cannot cry. And these findings are already there in autopsy. So everything is very clear now that she has been murdered and sexual assault is there. And definitely nobody can say how many people are involved. They have arrested one person and they are taking all his statements and recording. And he is being investigated. He is also being examined. So I'm pretty sure the government is fully aware that the person who is involved is to be brought to the books, and he should be punished. And the punishment should be such that next time anybody thinks about touching doctor, and especially the lady doctor, he will think twice that what fate he is going to have in the future. And that's what we want. And we have been telling that everything is very serious in hospitals, and the assaults on doctors is always very serious, which is not acceptable to anybody. And we have been fighting for this, that we have to do something. And there something means that we want rules where it should be a punishment which is really so that nobody dares, and it should always be a non-billable offense. If you touch a medical person, it should be a non-billable offense. We remember that the COVID, and during COVID, when the emergency rule was brought in, and that was suggested that you cannot touch a doctor, and for the punishment was non-billable offense. So everything is now very clear. The only thing now we are waiting that how quickly the justice can be done and how quickly the law can be brought in to safeguard the doctors, those who are working in odd hours, and especially the young doctors. See, everybody is aware that the hospitals are managed at the root level by the junior doctors, and their safety is paramount. Their stay should be made comfortable. They should feel that they are at home and they are at ease. On number of occasions, Supreme Court has said that the doctor should be kept in an atmosphere they can work freely, they can work with full concentration. But if you do not provide them a proper stay place, proper room, proper sanitation, proper toilets, proper meals at during time, everything becomes very difficult. We still know that everybody is doing 36, 48 hours duty. That we have accepted because we want to learn and we want to serve the community, but not for this end. We cannot accept this kind of assault, this kind of end. If anyone, whether it's a male or it's a female, and especially for the females, we have to be very cautious. You know, at present, 50% of the doctors, medical students are females. So we have to think about their safety, and their safety is paramount. And if we cannot provide safety, then I'm sure the future of medicine for girls in India is going to be very, very grim, and they may not join such profession because everybody wants to serve the community, everybody wants to be a doctor to serve the sick people, but not at the cost of their life every time. We take risk. We take all kind of a risk. If we see all the infected people, we are getting infection. Every doctor is exposed to patients, those who can transfer infection through their pricks. And whenever we are operating, we are at the risk of receiving pricks. And these pricks can carry any kind of infection, maybe HIV, maybe hepatitis C, hepatitis B, anything can be transferred to us. But still we are working with the same dedication. But we need protection. We need safeguard for each and everything. And that is what we are expecting. And I'm sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, of course, there are several big questions as well that we need to raise and discuss. Big question number one, did the predator rape the doctor after he killed her? Question number two, was the doctor suffocated ante-mortem or post-mortem? Question number three, does the injury to the head show that she was knocked unconscious? Question number four, do the extent of injuries suggest possibility of a gang rape? Question number five, if the rape was done ante-mortem, does that suggest a gang rape? Well, these are all big questions that are, of course, arising. Dr. Saini, as far as the indicators go, do you believe there was sexual penetration? Do you believe sexual assault did take place also? So far, the details that we have, gang rape, or was it simply one individual who's the one booked that was the one assaulting and attempting to sexually rape her?
Sir, till the time the whole report does not come, we are not sure what has happened. But definitely, till what we have got today is that something has happened, like a rape has happened, and then the second thing has happened, a murder. So we have to find out whether because of rape the murder has happened, or there is another conspiracy also that the girl knows something more than what is happening, and that's why she has been murdered also. So this all has to be investigated. Who all are behind it? It seems, as the news are coming, I have not seen any of the reports, but we have the knowledge only through the reports which are coming through the newspaper, through the media, and that suggests that there is a gang rape which has happened. And why this is one is rape has happened, second the murder has happened. Are these two things are done because the rape has happened, the girl has identified the culprits, or there is something more into that? That has to be found out, and that can only be come out when there is a proper investigation is done. And I hope CBI is doing a nice job and they will come out with that. And as everybody is saying, they should be punished severely so that people should know whether it is a rape to doctor or rape to the country. It is a disgrace to the country. Abroad, you know, and people are talking, oh, you are coming from a country where rape happens so frequently. There is no security of the girls. What do you think about the country image? This is not done. So if we want our country to be known as the country which has right kind of people, justice prevail, then these murderers should be brought to notice. And they should be given the severest punishment. The people should realize in the word that yes, in India, the justice prevails.
Yes. Let me also take that, in fact, to Dr. Tandon. Dr. Tandon, do you believe that the nature of the injuries so far that have emerged in the autopsy report, particularly in the head, indicate that she was knocked unconscious? Can we surmise that? Also, do you believe that she was then smothered to death? Was she suffocated ante-mortem or post-mortem? Which would also lead many to ask if the sexual assault then took place ante-mortem or post-mortem.
See, everything, I think the forensic expert has given their opinion and they have written everything in reports which have gone through the media. I don't know what exactly has been done and what exactly has been written. But it seems that everything, like you said that the thyroid cartilage has been broken. That shows that somebody has tried to strangulate. And the strangulation itself can cause the changes which are being reported. And the smothering, yes, everything is possible. And she has been knocked out because there are injuries in the brain, there are reported injuries. But the only thing is the fracture is not reported as per you have mentioned, that the fracture has not been reported. So it becomes difficult to say what exactly has happened to the head. So, but otherwise, the forensic experts, I am sure when they will give their full opinion, the complete report, they will mention each and everything what has happened, the injuries they have mentioned, and the injuries because of a penetration they have mentioned. So penetration is already reported. Sexual assault is reported where they have seen some kind of a whitish fluid, which can be definitely proved by examination that this is a semen. Even you can find out the semen of how many people are, which person it is. So everything is possible. And whatever the changes, I am sure they have noted in the organs, they itself explain what kind of injuries are there and what kind of problem that faced. And they have mentioned even the reports which is coming, that the time of death also they have mentioned. Once you mention all these things, that you are trying to correlate everything positively with the antepartum theory, not with the postmortem injuries or everything. So I hope the forensic expert will be in a better position to answer each and every query of yours. But whatever the reports are there and whatever is there, it is well known that she has been sexually assaulted because there are injuries, and she has been murdered because she is dead, and all the findings are there. So everybody is waiting for exactly when you are going to punish the culprits. And I'm sure with these all things, whatever is happening all over India, each and every doctor all over the India is frustrated because of all these things. We have been waiting for a central law with punishment so severe that anybody will not dare to touch a doctor when he is on duty. And I'm sure whatever Supreme Court is going to take tomorrow in court, Supreme Court will be looking all things into the details, and I'm expecting that these things are going to be in favor of doctors, and there will be a very strict central rule which already is with Government of India, and I'm pretty sure those things will be implemented in the future so that our young generation, the new entrant, will be very happy to join medical forces. Otherwise, there is no point in increasing the number of seats and number of medical colleges if you cannot provide the healthy living for the resident doctors and a safe atmosphere for the doctors to work. What is the point of making so many doctors and putting them at the risk for assault and for the murder, for the sexual assault? I'm pretty sure that every doctor is boiling at the moment, and we are really frustrated when we are getting information from all over the world, from the various medical association of the world. They are showing sympathy to the Indian doctors, and they're all condemning this kind of attack which has taken place in Kolkata. I'm sure we are going to fight to get some positive result, and Supreme Court is there to look into our problems. And Supreme Court, I'm sure, will give some kind of a guidelines to protect the young doctors at workplace, because they believe that every doctor who is working, it should be free of fear, and he should be in free mind to work to the best of their ability. And that is only possible if you provide them a safe and conducive atmosphere where you provide them good food and relaxation in their rooms and everything. I'm sure things will change, pretty sure. I'm sure that the loss of this young life is going to create massive repercussions all over what we are seeing, and that will lead some to a great Central Protection Act, and that will be remembered. She will be remembered that she sacrificed her life for this CPA.
Dr. Saini, do you believe, what do you believe was the reason finally for her death? Was it due to suffocation? Do you believe she was suffocated after she died, or was that the reason for the death? Or do you believe that it was due to the blows to her body that finally she succumbed to her injuries? What do you believe, prima facie, looking at the autopsy report details, was the reason for her death?
Yeah,
And do you believe that some of those, the blows and the sexual penetration continued even after she died?
As far as the full report, still I have not seen, but whatever report we have seen is that she has been sexually assaulted, one thing which has been established, and second is the thing which has been established is that she has been suffocated, she has been strangulated, and that is how this death has occurred. And secondly, and moreover, I think it is difficult to say at present that how many people were there, because till the time we do not get the microscopy and the genetic report of the semen, if it is there, that report I have not seen whether this report has come or not come. It is still awaited. It has not come in the media, or I have not seen it yet. Now, if you have the knowledge, then yes, we can safely say, we can definitely say that it has been more than one person. But till now, it is that somebody has done a sexual assault, and at the same time, she has been strangulated and she has died because of suffocation. But Dr. Tandon was very hopeful that something will come out, that a CPA will come out, something like that will come out, that 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 the doctors would be provided safeguards. I am still not hopeful because so many deaths have happened, so many rapes have happened till date. But every time we get assurance, but nothing comes out of it. Unless and until the media, I think I give very much importance to the media. If media does not take it to the last extent where the justice to be given, similarly the general public has to come out that doctors need safeguard, or I will say everybody needs safeguard. All females need safeguard when they're on duties, especially the doctors, because these are all odd hours they are coming. So all these things are to be looked into, and I think time will come only when all of us, public, media, doctors, all other professions comes together and fight for it till the end. I'm seeing today the lawyers have come out in favor of it. Media has been positively reporting. Other NGOs and other people are also coming out in support of such an heinous crime. I hope the things will be brighter tomorrow. But till this time, we can only say that some penetration has occurred and she has been suffocated. And how many people were there is still to be, I think, genetic report has to come out.
Yes, absolutely. Last word to you, Dr. Tandon. What do you make of the reason for her death, the cause of her death so far in the autopsy report? Do you also believe that there is reason to believe that perhaps there was more than one person at the crime scene at the time of assault? And do you believe some of the assault took place and perhaps sexual as well after she died?
See, there are certain criteria, there are certain findings which proves everything, whether it is antemortem or the postmortem. And I'm sure that the forensic expert, the team of forensic experts have seen all those things and they have mentioned. And once you think about the cause of death is clearly in reports are mentioning that she has been suffocated, and this strangulation, physical strangulation has been done. These things are already reported in the postmortem report. So for me, there's nothing to imagine or nothing to think. with the best person who has given the report, the forensic expert, the team of forensic experts, and they have mentioned everything, what has happened. And I'm sure whether the number of people are more or not, or it was one or more, these things will come out very soon, because the analysis, as Dr. Sani has said, the analysis of whatever the fluid was found in genitalia is to be further done, and that report will be giving you all the information, that whether it is from a 1%, from the different person, from 2%, 3%, everything will be there. Because what you are asking about, whether the postmortem, she has been assaulted after the death, because these are the things which are already being reported for the last 5-6 days. So I think we should not consider all those things which have been reported in the past in all kind of social media. There were so many views were being presented. I don't think that we should still think about all those things. It is the best thing will be the complete forensic report, because they will be giving you each and everything after conducting the examination of everything. Because whenever there is any kind of tissues found in the nails or anything found in the vagina or anything, that will be examined completely, and that will give you all the information, rather than we imagine and we speculate that this was the thing and that was the thing. That is not the right thing. No, today's in scientific era, we have each and everything to prove that who, how many, and who was there. You can conduct every kind of a study, all genetic studies, all DNA studies can be done, and everything can be made crystal clear. So I am sure everything will come out in due course of time. As you have got the autopsy report, you will get the detailed report, and every finding will be clear to everyone. I don't think we will be getting much more information from the public, because these things have to go to the court, and ultimately they will decide what has been done, how many people were there, who are the culprits, and the CBI will be giving you the full report. So I think that is what medically we can say. We cannot say whether multiple persons were there or what has been done. So everything is to come from experts. And then experts, in my opinion, are the forensic experts, those who are doing all these things, and they have to give their opinion in crystal clear terms to the court and to the CBI.
All right. Well, let's leave it at that. My thanks to our guests for joining us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.